Yum. Hi there, I'm Erin, and let's talk about some of the books on my wish list. So I've got my Goodreads up and an afternoon coffee because I need it. Here he comes. Are you gonna come around the corner? I hope so. Oh, there he is. There's a big boy. Hi, sweetie. So I'm just going to be scrolling through this bookshelf that I created on Goodreads of books that I wish I had. And yes, I realized in my last couple videos I have bought books that were definitely necessary at the time. But these ones are more so just like in the back of my mind. I always want them. I just haven't really forked over the money to buy all of them. So at some point I hope to have them in my collection, but as of now, not yet. But I would love to. Anyways, let's get into it. So the first one I have on here is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. This one I've just seen everywhere, and I've heard nothing but great reviews on it. And it is a pretty short book, so I honestly don't know why I haven't picked it up. It's literally been in the front of my mind for forever. But I believe it's like a very interesting, kind of confusing book, but it all wraps up perfectly at the end. So I'm reading that this book is about Piranesi and his house that's a labyrinth, and he lives to explore his house and the never-ending passages and corridors that are within it. As we read the book, we learn that there is someone else living in the house called the Other. A terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. I'm just excited for this kind of like mind-twisting short story. So yeah, this one is kind of more top on my next haul, whenever that will be. But yeah, as I like remind myself about it and I see it in the bookstore, I always want to pick it up so bad. But yeah, that is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Here he comes again. Okay, moving on. This is one book that you've seen when I went to go purchase Happy Place by Emily Henry, and that is Nightcrawling by Leila Motley. I've heard that this book is one of those heartbreaking, amazing, just jaw-dropping books, and I want to read that so bad, but I obviously haven't picked it up yet. I wanted to. It was in my stack in Barnes & Noble, but then I decided to put it back because I didn't need it. However, I'm very happy that the paperback has now come out because we love paperbacks in this house. Okay, I'm gonna read the blurb that's here on Goodreads because I obviously don't want to mess up this summary for whoever is watching this video. Kiara and her brother Marcus are scraping by in an East Oakland apartment complex optimistically called the Regal High. Both have dropped out of high school, their family fractured by death in prison. But while Marcus clings to his dream of rap stardom, Kiara hunts for work to pay their rent, which has more than doubled, and to keep the 9-year-old boy next door abandoned by his mother safe and fed. One night, what begins as a drunken misunderstanding with a stranger turns into the job Kiara never imagined wanting but now desperately needs, night crawling. Her world breaks open even further when her name surfaces in an investigation that exposes her as a key witness in a massive scandal within the Oakland Police Department. Oh my gosh. Now reading that, I'm actually upset I did not buy it because I want to read that. I want to know what happens. I want to get to the end. I want to feel all the feelings. Ugh, Erin, why didn't you grab it? See, definitely another one I want to pick up in my next haul. We have The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, and this is everywhere. This book, I've seen it on TikTok, I've seen it on Instagram, YouTube, you name it, it's everywhere. And I have said in many other videos, but I just really want to get into more thrillers and mysteries and whatnot. So with the hype that I've heard around this book, I feel like this would be a good place to start. However, I know nothing about it. So what I'm learning from this summary is that a housemaid is employed by a really wealthy family who have a lot of secrets, and they aren't exactly how they seem. And so she starts fantasizing what it would be like to replace the wife in this family, but somehow the wife finds out and locks her in her small room at the top floor of their house. This housemaid also has a secret of her own and is capable of something, and it's a very twisty read that I've heard a lot of readers did not see coming. So that just sounds like a great place to start for like a thriller, a mystery. Is it like maybe a murder? I have no idea. Very fascinating, very cool. I feel like I'd get through this book really fast, and that's kind of what I've been looking for lately. Just something that I'm just gonna like dive into and be like, I can't put this down. Can't put it down. Okay, moving on. Oh, this is one I've been thinking about forever. It's My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. Yes. And I believe it's like the first book in a series of this story. Okay, so it says, a modern masterpiece from one of Italy's most acclaimed authors, My Brilliant Friend is a rich, intense, and generous-hearted story about two friends, Elena and Lila. Ferrante's inimitable style lends itself perfectly to a meticulous portrait of these two women that is also the story of a nation and a touching meditation on the nature of friendship. Throughout the lives of these two women, Ferrante tells the story of a neighborhood, a city, and a country as it is transformed in ways that, in turn, also transform the relationship between her two protagonists. I'm going to say it with all these books. I've heard nothing but great things. I've heard that the other books within the series are very good as well, so that might be something to kind of kickstart over the course of like this next year or couple years. But yeah, I definitely think this one is kind of higher on my list because I've been thinking about it so much. All right, that is a group of books that are on my wish list as of now. It often tends to change a bit over the course of the year and like changing of seasons. Thanks so much for just chilling with me and talking more about books. That's why I created this channel. It's so much fun. And hopefully at some point you'll see some of these physical books in my hands. Because we all know I probably have no self-restraint. And now that I've talked about them, I've put them into existence, I might just have to go get some. No, I don't need it. I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. I'm sending you so much positivity, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Bye.